No, please.
Who made you cry? Tell me right now. Marcus's voice thundered across the marble hall, sharp with panic. His heart stopped when he saw his pregnant wife sitting on the staircase, her hands covering her tear-streaked face. But when she finally whispered the truth, what he discovered inside his own mansion shook him more than any boardroom battle ever could. Marcus Hawley was a man who had everything the world thought mattered: wealth, status, influence. Yet in truth, the thing he treasured most was at home his wife Elena and the child they were expecting. After a week of high-stakes negotiations and endless flights, his body craved rest, but his soul longed only for her smile. As the city skyline melted into the night, his sleek car pulled through the iron gates of his sprawling estate. But instead of peace, unease prickled the back of his neck. The moment he stepped through the front doors, the air felt wrong. A mansion that usually echoed with staff bustling and Elena humming softly was swallowed by silence. No greetings, no footsteps, only shadows stretching across marble floors. He called out her name once, twice, no answer. Then, faintly, he heard it, the soft sound of someone sobbing. His eyes fell on her, Elena, sitting crumpled on the staircase, her hands covering her face, her silk dress stained with tears. The sight pierced him like a blade. She looked fragile, more fragile than ever before. He rushed to her, his voice trembling. "Elena, my love. Talk to me. What's wrong? Did you fall? Are you hurt?" She only shook her head, unable to look him in the eyes. When she finally lifted her gaze, her eyes were swollen with grief. Her lips quivered as she whispered, "It's not me they're after, Marcus." "It's our baby." He froze. Her words echoed in his mind, louder than the silence around them. Confusion twisted into fear. Then his eyes darted around and noticed it. A vase shattered in the hallway. A window left open, muddy footprints trailing across the floor. Someone had been there. Elena's hands trembled as she handed him a crumpled note. Its ink was jagged, written with rage. "We know what you've built. We know what you've stolen. The child will pay for your sins." Marcus's breath caught in his chest. His jaw tightened, fists clenched. He wasn't just a millionaire tonight. He was a husband, a father-to-be, and now a man at war. He stood, his voice like steel. "They think they can touch what's mine. They think they can scare us?" His eyes darkened, his voice rising. "I'll burn the earth before I let them harm you or our child." Elena tried to steady him, but she knew this look. This wasn't boardroom Marcus. This was the man forged in fire, the one who clawed his empire from the jaws of ruin. Within minutes, Marcus transformed his mansion into a stronghold. Guards were summoned. Surveillance systems flickered on. Many once employed for military contracts arrived at his gates. Helicopters scanned the perimeter. To Elena, it felt as though their quiet home had become a war zone, but beneath the fear, she saw his devotion. He wasn't protecting wealth. He was protecting family. Investigators moved fast. By dawn, they uncovered the unthinkable truth. The threat hadn't come from nameless rivals. It had come from within, from Marcus's most trusted advisor, Daniel, the man he had mentored like a brother. Jealousy and greed had poisoned him. He had sold information, planning to use Marcus's unborn child as leverage. When Marcus heard the name, he didn't rage. He didn't shout. He whispered, almost mournfully, "I gave him everything. And he repaid me with this." That night, Marcus confronted Daniel in the very office where they had once built dreams together. Daniel smirked, his arrogance masking fear. "You built an empire on power, Marcus. Now it's your weakness that destroys you, your wife, your child." Marcus stepped closer, his voice like thunder. "You think love is weakness? No, love is the empire. And tonight, yours crumbles." Daniel was dragged away in disgrace, his betrayal exposed, his power shattered. Marcus returned to Elena, kneeling before her, resting his head against her belly. His voice cracked as he whispered, "No one will ever harm you. Or our child. Not while I breathe. Tears slipped from Elena's eyes, but this time, they weren't born of fear. They were tears of relief, of love, of knowing she wasn't alone. The mansion that had been silenced by fear now carried a new sound, the heartbeat of resilience, the whisper of love, and the unshakable promise of a father who would protect his family against the world.